Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at using single note lines to create single note doom riffs. There's a question asked by a subscriber if you saw my recent doom metal songwriting tutorial. I'll try to put a card up here as well as a link in the description. Anyway, in that video he asked about using single note lines to write sort of like a Dragonaut or Church of Misery type thing. And I decided that was a pretty good idea, so that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to kind of start with classic rock, a few classic rock riffs to kind of, wet our feet in it. Look at a few doom riffs, and then we're going to do an original towards the end. So anyway, we're going to get started. We're in C sharp standard. These riffs were not originally played in C sharp standard, but that's what we're in today. So the first one we're going to look at is sort of Black Dog. I haven't played Black Dog in a long time, but it's a good riff for this type of thing. So if I can remember how the riff goes... And all these riffs kind of based around the blues scale, the pentatonic scale, which for using these kind of, doing these kind of riffs that the guy was asking about, it's kind of the bread and butter for that. So like Black Dog is a good riff to look at. Even Hair of the Dog from Nazareth, which is, what makes that one so good is you're getting a couple different pieces of the neck. You're using the lower register and the middle, so you're covering more territory. Kind of gives you an idea how to spread out your riff across the neck. Okay, so the next riff we're going to look at is Manic Depression from Jimi Hendrix, which is kind of funny. My first guitar teacher showed me this riff when I was trying to learn thrash and death metal, and he was like, hey, let me show you this riff, and it kind of like disappointed me, but it's a really cool riff. You kind of get like a little bounce, a little swing to it. It goes something like... Something like that. Again, you're covering a little bit of territory. You're getting a couple up notes and a couple down notes. But mostly, you're around the 5 to 7 fret, which is where a lot of the Church of Misery, Dragonaut riff things are going to happen. And now we're going to move to like the quintessential, the prototypical doom riff. For me, anyway. This is the riff that is the riff. Black Sabbath. Now that riff is good because it's showing the blues scale very, very much similar to the last video. That thing, if you're playing standard tuning up here, you'd be in the key of A, but it'd be... And that's going to be your bread and butter for this stuff. Now Dragonaut is kind of interesting because it switches from like the key of A to E, but in the tuning it's F to C, and you're getting a couple like little extensions down here. Even a Hole in the Sky is down there. Now, before we check out Church of Misery, I just wanted to point out something else, is you don't have to just stay in that one position like Candlemass. One of theirs is actually down here between the 2nd and 5th fret. So you don't have to just stick in that one position. You could play anywhere on the neck, kind of use the blues scale. You can use the minor scale, whatever scale you're feeling, but for the stuff he's asking, the blues scale is kind of the most important one. Now for Church of Misery, This one is a mixture of chords and single notes, but it's very similar to the vibe. Something like that. Okay, now that we've looked at a few riff examples, within the scale, there's a few things that can really help bring out the vibe that you're going for, which is to do a lot of the open notes, depending on which key you're in, vibrato, slightly bent notes, just to give it a strange feel. So we're gonna just riff around in here. I'm not writing anything right now. This is just off the top of my head. You know, a lot of vibrato and bit notes. Now we're going to check out an original riff using some of these ideas so you can hear how it would sound writing your own music. Let's check that out. So anyway, that's been today's video. I hope you guys dug this. I hope you got some use out of it. I just really wanted to do it because when he asked, I was like, hey, that's a good idea for a video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next one.